Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. You're live with us on Facebook right now. Today is our Boys and Girls Club WKRG Telethon. You have the opportunity to support youth and teens in our community. This is your opportunity to call in and make your pledge today to support Boys and Girls Clubs. You can do so by giving us a call at 1-833-998 club. That's 1-833-998 2582. Your donation today will be matched dollar for dollar by our friends at Austal. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we've been around for just over 62 years, serving young people in our community. And we do so through 16 locations for kids to go either after school or during the summer months. Those locations are throughout Mobile County, from as far away as Centennial and Mount Vernon to all the way right here in the city center at RV Taylor and Crichton and Sims and Theodore at Cody Road and at 7 school-based locations throughout town. Those include Gilliard Elementary, Whitley Elementary, Hollinger's Island Elementary, Meadow Lake Elementary, Chestang K-8 Middle and Middle Elementary and Middle School, Callaway Smith Middle School, and Mobile County Training School. So plenty of opportunities for young people to be involved and active with Boys and Girls Clubs throughout. Again, you can give us a call by calling 1-833-998-CLUB. That's 1-833-998-2582. You can also make a donation on our website at bgcsouthal.org/telethon. That's bgcsouthal.org/telethon. Every single dollar that's donated remains right here in our community to affect young people and teens just next door to where you live. We're going to start off and bring in a couple of guests here over the next couple of minutes. We're going to start with our branch director for our Sunny Callahan Boys and Girls Club, Ms. Melanie Serrano. Hello, Miss Melanie. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good, and thank you for joining us today. I know in the Sunny Callahan area, in our Tillman, Corners, Theodore part of the Mobile County area, we serve hundreds of young people each year. If you had to describe the Boys and Girls Clubs, what would you describe it as?
A great home away from home, a place where kids and staff can come together to make a greater good for the community that we stay in, the community we're serving. So I would say it's a great home away from home for kids and teens.
Absolutely. And so I think one of the great things about a Boys and Girls Club experience is that some of the folks on our staff are actually club kids themselves. And
Absolutely.
they are alumni. You're one of those individuals. So
I
talk to
am.
us a little bit about how the club impacted you.
It was a great place to go to get reacclimated to a new environment. I started my Boys and Girls Club participation when I moved from to Maryland from a different state, and coming there just allowed me to feel one and welcomed in the new community that I was residing in. And then as an adult, I was able to experience that again, volunteering, and then being employed. I've had the opportunity to grow as a youth and an adult in a great movement that impacts so many kids and teens alike.
Absolutely. And one of those teams we're going to be talking to here in just a moment, Mr. Jacoby, who is our 2020 Youth of the Year. We'll hear his story here in just a moment. But set us up to hear from Jacoby. What is something that just inspires you about Jacoby and where he's come so far?
The growth, when I think about my 4 years encountering or being with him, my interaction with him, my first day walking into Sunny Callahan Boys and Girls Club, Jacoby is the child that stood out. He was welcoming. He had many questions, did not hesitate to jump right in and want to know who is this person coming into his club, who is this person he's about to interact with on a regular basis, and he was welcoming. I mean, he had questions, he had ambition, he had a vision for his site, and did not hesitate to let it be known that he wanted his club to be better. He is a great, well-rounded young man. He has made strides participating in community events and partnerships, and he's always the first one to get up and lend a hand. He is literally my shining star. I'm so proud of all his accomplishments.
Absolutely. And it's the kids and families that need us most that make what Boys and Girls Clubs is each and every day. And so a young person like Jacoby really does exemplify that Boys and Girls Club experience. So Jacoby's joining us now. Welcome, Jacoby.
How you doing, Mr. Tim?
It's good to see you,
Hello.
sir.
Good.
So one of the most important things I want to hit on today is that you, my good friend, is a well, yeah, is a recent graduate. So congratulations to you
Thank you. Thank you.
as being a part of the class of 2020. Um, so you just graduated a couple of weeks ago. What was that feeling like?
I was expecting a little more, but it's this quarantine. But it felt good. Everything I done, it was for some reason, and I'm on to a better journey, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Just
So
been
this
hanging in there.
absolutely. So I know your school year did not end as planned. Your senior year did not capstone the way you would have wanted it to. But what is something you learned about yourself living in a COVID world?
That laziness is not for me. I'm more of an active person, and I learned that I love socializing, like being away from other people, and you have to keep your distance. It's not me. But I try to, get used to this change and society and everything. So that's I just try to, you know, know what's right because if I'm gonna say it like this, I keep my distance because I don't know what they have and what I have. So it's on both terms. So basically, you're caring for the person from socializing distance. But that's about it.
Absolutely. So I gotta ask you this. When you think about the Boys and Girls Clubs, what is the most lasting memory you have of your time as a member?
Well, since I'm a part of Keystone, we I'm the president from there. We raise money to do stuff like for the teams that participate in volunteering in the community and helping our club in general. We try to at the end of our each semester we try to do something fun for everybody to enjoy. And one of my fondest moment was when we ended up going to Waterville, and then after we had like a teen day pretty much. After the Waterville, we went to Waffle House, then to the movies, and then when we came back, we had basically a party slash sleepover, which I'll never forget. We played one of our new invention, hide and go seek with everybody involved, and it was just amazing. That's one of my fondest and funniest moments because I had a lot of each one of my club members as our club members, we're all like part of family pretty much. Like I can tell them anything, and, we get along like brothers and sisters. So it's just like a experience I'll never forget, pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's so powerful that so many club alumni say that the club really is another family and that the folks there are their siblings and their fill-in parents in their life. So thinking about some folks at your Boys and Girls Clubs, who's maybe one person or a couple of people who've really had an impact in your life and why?
It's a lot. Pretty much the whole club, the whole every staff member there, they had some part in who I am today. They taught me lessons after lessons, which I've learned from and taken and using as what I do now. As they made me driven to be successful. So I wouldn't just say one; I'll say all of them.
Awesome. Awesome, sir. So this Thursday, just so people who don't know, is our annual Youth of the Year event. It is coming up. It is virtual event this year. So on June 25th at noon, our Youth of the Year luncheon, which is presented this year by Austell, will be live streamed on all of our social media platforms. And this year, we will be also streaming it on our website at bgcsouthal.org/YOY. So anyone can tune in and see our live cast event of our Youth of the Year event. That's this Thursday, June 25th at noon. And at that event, Jacoby will be formally announced as our 2020 Youth of the Year, and some exciting surprises are in store for that event. We'll also be inducting two individuals into our Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame as well for that day, too. So, looking forward to that. Looking forward to hearing about your story more deeply, Jacoby, on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us. Stick around. I'll bring you back here in just a moment.
All right.
So I'm going to add in another one of our directors, Miss Antigone Brown. How you doing, Miss Brown?
I am well. How are you guys?
We're doing
Lovely.
great. So Miss Brown is actually the director of one of our school-based clubs, and Miss Serrano is actually the director of one of our traditional facilities, which really just means it's a facility that we own and operate ourselves. And so Ms. Brown, over the last couple of months at our Gilliard Elementary site, we continue to serve a whole bunch of kids who really desperately need the club the most. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that experience is like at one of our school-based clubs?
So, when the kids participate in a school-based club, we actually get them at the school, so they don't have to catch a bus or catch a van or get a ride to a standalone club like the others. So they're dismissed from school. They come to a meeting point, which is at Gilliard, it's the gym. Everyone loves the gym. And then we start our day. We do community builders. We decompress from that regular school day, and then we break into our groups and start participating in our events for that day. They love it. It's great. We get to work with a great principal, Principal Lucy, as well as an amazing staff over there. They're always willing to work with us, and it's really awesome because we get to be there and connect with them, and meet with their teachers, help them, in the classroom as well as with all of our after school events that we plan for them. So it's awesome to be right there on that campus. The parents don't have to make any other arrangements to go anywhere, and they get to come and pick them up right there at their home school in the evenings.
Mm. So one of the things about our COVID life recently is that we've been calling families regularly to check in on them. And today, if folks go to Our Southern Souls on Facebook, which is a group that's telling stories about folks in our area, they'll see a remarkable story from a family from Gilliard. Can you tell us a
Yeah.
little bit more about that today?
Yes. So I was really excited. I actually read the article earlier today and I started messaging everyone and reposting it on Facebook. It was really sweet. One of our families, they were interviewed, of course, by Our Southern Soul, and she shared a part of her heart. She shared a part of, what actually had taken place in her home. She's a single mom. I think she had four girls, if I'm not mistaken, and two of them have already, well, one's currently enrolled in the program. One has moved on to a different school, and then she'll have two that hopefully will be joining us when they are of age. So we spent a lot of time with her and her family, and I mean, we become family after so often, seeing each other every day. And she was just speaking about how being a single mother and how it was maybe hard getting childcare, maybe getting tutoring, how we were able to help her daughter read uh, up a couple of levels higher on her reading level. So I think she was two grades higher reading. So there's so many opportunities that we have to touch with these families, and then when we get to actually see one say, hey, you guys really did this, you really reached out and we helped and we listened and we were there. That's what we're trying to do in the communities. We're being that that constant, especially with COVID. And it was awesome to see that she recognized that and that her family actually benefited from what we're working hard to do every day at Gilliard and all the other Boys and Girls Clubs.
Absolutely. I know, Melanie, you've been making phone calls to families as well. So what are some of the conversations we're hearing from families? Because one of the things in that particular parent's comments was that she was so appreciative that over these weeks, the club thought enough to reach out and to check on her and her kids to make sure that they're safe.
Yeah, I would say that that's the commonality that I have found. People are ready for some normalcy. They're ready. Their kids, they miss the club. They want to get back in. They want to be a part back. They want to see their family again. Their friends, the bonds and relationship that they make. They miss them. Um, I would say that the normalcy is probably the biggest thing that's mentioned to me. Is when is this coming? What does that look like? Is this the new normal? Um, and then just knowing that we're there for them, knowing that if they need something, we're literally a phone call away, and someone will be by their side, or emotionally there for them, giving them resources, pointing them in the right direction. If they're in need of something, we have people we can reach out to, like United Way and 211. So I think just them knowing that we're here and hearing our voices and that we haven't forgotten about them or our babies, I think is a sense of relief for them.
Yeah, I think that's so important because the club is really an important part of so many people's lives. And I think sometimes folks think about Boys and Girls Clubs and just focus in on the kids, but we're really affecting whole families and providing an entire family the hope and opportunity they need to succeed. Folks who are watching today can help us continue that forward for other families and kids. You can pick up the phone by just calling us toll free today at 1-833-998-CLUB. That's 1-833-998-2582. You can also make your donation online at our website, vgcsouthal.org/telethon. I'm going to bring in my friend Jacoby back and just have an open discussion. I don't know if either one of our branch directors has a question for Jacoby or if Jacoby has a question for anybody on the call here today.
Let's see. How you guys' day doing?
It's lovely, Jacoby. It's going lovely.
Yes, it's going well. We're having people calling in, so it's exciting to hear the voices and hear people say, hey, I want to help. So I'm having a great time answering these phone calls. So people keep calling.
We do have a $50,000 goal for today. And as of right now, we are at $36,600 towards our goal. So we still need folks to chip in and help out to ensure that we meet our goal for today to help teens and youth just like Jacoby succeed here in the future.
So, Jacoby, if there were some kids in the neighborhood and you were passing by, um, what would you tell them to convince them to come join a club and spend some time with us?
First thing I'll say is better than being at home. Is you get more of a socialized, pretty much. See other kids and you guys talk about what you guys been through, how's it hanging in, and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of your friends come to the club on a regular basis. But the club was also a place where you found your first job, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got my first job from Mr. Tim and Mr. West. Job ready taught me a lot about teamwork, uh, consistency, and just getting along with people in general. Yeah, it gives me a lot of network and a lot of skills I didn't know I had. So things I can do by myself, like strip floors, wax. I can do all that by myself, pretty much. Just knowing the knowledge that they've gave me and the skills that I can just pretty much start my own business or a little side job.
Absolutely. I think that's a really important key for folks to know that Boys and Girls Clubs, yes, is a place for you to come have fun and be productive and complete your homework and get the other help that you need academically. But it's also a place where you learn real skills, like stripping and waxing. When you're 16, 17, or 18 years old, um, to be able to help kids in our community learn those skills. They have those in their back pocket to be able to go out and make a couple extra dollars on their side. So I think it's a really great opportunity, and I'm glad you had the chance to be a part of that. We're going to be wrapping up our live feed here. So Melanie, you have any closing remarks you want to share with the group?
Keep calling. We have a goal to meet, and I know that with everybody who's watching's assistance, we can get there. And then I'm so proud of Jacoby, all of his accomplishments, and I'm so excited for this new chapter he's about to embark on.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, Melanie. Ms. Brown.
I'm right there with Melanie. Congratulations, Jacoby. I think you're an amazing young man, and I'm excited to see what's to come for you. And people, keep calling. We need to meet this goal, and we know that you can help us do it. To continue to serve our community the way that we love to, we need you. So call us. We're waiting.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Brown. And Jacoby, I'm going to give you the some of the last words for today. What do you have to share to people, and why is it important for them to give?
Just it changed my life pretty much for the good. Pretty much, I've been around a lot of bad influence, and just being at the club brought me away from that side and made me see the positive in the world and all the good in it. And I'll say just keep it going. Just blow up the line. Yeah, so that's about it.
Thank you, sir. I'm proud of you. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday for our Youth of the Year event. It is the premier event of the community, and it is the highest honor we can bestow on a club member as our Youth of the Year. So we'll see you on Thursday at noon right here on all of our social media platforms.
Yes, you will.
So you still have time. Our phone lines are open for a while. So take this as an opportunity to either log in online or to give us a call to make your pledge today. You'll see that we have, I'm going to share with you our goal at the moment. And so of our $50,000 goal, 36,000 so far has been raised. You still have plenty of time to pick up the phone and make a call to donate to Boys and Girls Clubs. Your donation just doesn't support an organization. It supports the lives and futures of the young people we serve each and every day right here in our very own community. Every dollar stays right here. And by making a pledge right now, your gift will be doubled tonight to support kids and youth in our families in our community. So take this as an opportunity to support our community and the young people we serve. We want to thank the many people whose names you see streaming on our screen right now. Several folks have stepped up to support kids in our community. And so we want to take this as an opportunity to thank some of them, including the Omegas, for stepping forward and supporting kids in our community, as well as Commonwealth National Bank. Many of the members of Revelations Missionary Baptist Church, the Mobile County Commission, the Mobile City Council as well. So thank you for the opportunity to support teens and youth in our community. Again, I'll put the number back on the screen for you to see again. 1-833-998-CLUB. That's 1-833-998-2582. Thank you all for joining us today.